Oh yeah, that was iconic.
No.
Alright.
Tim and Andy already did it.
Wait, everyone.
What do you mean?
Is it recording?
Guys, shut the fuck up.
Oh, fuck. Seth, you're a child.
Favourite memory or story from high school?
Oh, I got a good one. My second day of high school, Nish took off my top and ran across the school with it.
Oh, good meme.
My favourite memory was Harry Potter.
Oh.
No one gets that.
Nish gave me
Inside jokes from Harry Potter.
Now everyone gets
You gotta explain it. You gotta explain it.
I feel like none of our videos.
Explain it to everyone.
What's your favourite? None of us is gonna end up in the video.
Oh God. Can we make it stick to like high school? Like,
Yeah.
high school?
That wasn't high school.
Yeah,
Oh, you did it at school.
Favorite? I have no favorite.
Does anyone have
memories.
safe for work stories?
Any what?
Dude, school is just so shit. There's no good memory.
My favourite memory.
Motherfucker.
Oh no, my favourite memory was when Mr. Kemp told us that rappers were hoes and niggers.
Oh, that's really good.
Yo, it is.
Good old
That's what it-
Ken
that's what it
Davis
be,
getting
man.
it.
Okay.
Is there anything you'll miss about high school?
Miles.
No.
Miles.
I miss nothing of high
I
school.
miss Miles.
I'll miss Mr. Mellors.
Oh yeah. You know, you could get sentimental and be like,
I swear to God,
miss,
don't say it.
I'd miss you.
don't say
messaging, but I totally won't.
Wait, everyone, quiet down. Seth's got a serious answer.
Moodle messaging.
Remember that time Liam Coulter and I had a massive fight over Moodle?
Oh,
Because
no.
he didn't love me.
So much beef on Moodle.
Oh, it's so good.
I think I broke up with someone over Moodle.
Is there anything you won't miss from high school?
You're right.
The stress. Definitely the stress.
These guys.
What was the question? What won't we have? What won't we miss?
I won't miss
Fucking
business.
Work?
I have an answer for the question before what I will miss. I'm gonna miss Nick because none of us are gonna miss
Nick.
Nick's gonna drop off the radar.
Hey, that's not true. He's going to become a karate master.
Yeah, he's gonna be
Taekwondo,
like,
Jackson.
fucking karate. Yeah, he'll drop off the face of the earth because he's a super spy, and no one's ever gonna hear from him again because he works for the
Hang on,
government.
Nick hasn't showed us his abs yet.
Nothing.
Take it up. Take it up. Take it up. Take it up.
I like for my dick out.
Oh my God.
Do not. No, Tiger.
How about most embarrassing story?
That time Kat lifted up my skirt in front of the whole drama class.
You have to reach out.
You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
ruined 90% of our answers.
that time Kat was just like, whoa.
No.
What?
You're gonna have to tell
I
us.
am mine.
I think we might need to redo some of these.
I remember in year 8 being really excited to be in this video, and then I was like, oh my god, we're actually gonna get in it. We're definitely not
We're not
getting
getting
in
Wait, what, this video?
Yeah, we're not getting in it.
Wait, what's the question again?
Embarrassing stories.
Story?
For example,
Oh my god.
You guys are just talking about inside jokes no one will get.
embarrassing moments.
You're right.
Yeah, when
Seth's haircut.
Seth's hair, yeah.
My haircut.
Because Tiger
The
interrupted.
haircut right now is
Oh,
embarrassing.
my most embarrassing moment was
Got a
when
haircut
we were doing a little skit and drama, and Kat was like, "Whoa!" to my skirt.
Yeah.
And so
That was the day I
Flash the
met
whole
you.
class.
Yeah, good meme.
Yeah, that was the day I met Caitlin.
It's our anniversary.
Mine was when I fell off the school bus. That was so good. It wasn't a little trip, it was a full-on fall.
Bang.
To the ground.
crashing through people.
Like I got
Do you not have a nice trooper, Miller?
That was a terrible pun. Good one. High five.
How have you changed since year 8?
Got a haircut.
I think we all got relatively attractive.
Yeah,
No, Tiger.
I'm not fat anymore.
I think it's safe to say we've all matured.
Yeah.
Say all of us.
What's
How have we changed?
I think the biggest change
Jackson
is
became
Seth.
a woman.
Yeah. I was always a woman.
I haven't changed. I'm fucking.
Well,
You started to
yeah,
grow
I think
a
we got
killer
more
moustache.
attractive.
Yeah, this is what's
Yeah,
the biggest
actually.
change in our group.
Oh.
Tiger's mad mustache.
Caitlin became
Tiger, where are you
blonde.
going?
I got
Oh
blonde.
my god. Oh Jesus. It's horrible.
Me out of focus.
No joke.
How have we changed?
My love of gingers didn't
Caitlin's
change.
I think I hate myself more.
Hey,
I want to kill myself. I definitely have worse
What was
depression.
I'm definitely.
I have no rebuttal. I have no rebuttal.
You guys need to stop talking.
Did you even hear what I said?
He's talking. Come on, let him
It was
talk.
an answer.
Do you have any advice for other year levels?
Drop out.
Kill yourself.
Oh my god.
Don't take business.
Don't take any lessons.
Just don't.
Illegal.
Just do like a vet course and leave.
Don't do it.
I have a good advice. Fuck!
Fucking stop.
This is why everyone hates us.
This is why I want
Yeah, don't be us, because you won't have any friends.
We would just go.
Oh, I had a baby back in. Oh, I didn't actually have a
Year 10.
baby.
Yeah, you did.
That's another story. But, I had a figurative baby that I had to look after called Seamus, and to make sure it was working, I turned it upside down and dropped it, and it started crying. Like, I mean, I still got 82% on the assignment.
That's a fail.
I still got 82% on the assignment. So, all you know.
Please
whatever.
never actually have children.
It's too late for that.
Oh yeah, the fuck. Wait, Tiger's got a story.
Yeah, fuck! Yeah, I'm not ready. No, give me like a second.
I think I'll tell my story. while
Everyone
you prepare. I think a good story was half of our group winning awards at formal.
Yay.
We got best gal pal.
Best gal pals.
Yep.
4 out of how many of us?
11 or something. We got
about
best
half.
gal pals, best bromance.
Oh, I was so
Clearly
proud.
the best squad.
Yeah,
So
clearly.
hated.
Any regrets?
You're right. I've said it like 3 times.
My biggest regret was sexting Morgan.
I've got a pretty big regret. Being
No, Brian's just gonna tell Morgan this.
Having a sleepover with Seth. Because in the morning, his morning wood just.
You're not gonna put that in.
I regret hosting a party at my house.
Christ, it wasn't even a party.
Yeah.
Oh, Gad.
It wasn't even a gaff, it was that shit cat. I'm sorry.
Oh.
I had a good
Biggest
time.
regret letting Cat.
Oh, Jordan had a good time.
Caitlin, wouldn't your biggest regret be being expelled?
Yeah, I guess. I think that's actually probably the highlight of my high school, receiving an expulsion letter. Regret,
But you're still
regret going to the interview to not get expelled.
You did good.
Thank you.
We
I
still
made it.
heard
Thanks,
Tiger's
Mum.
fire extinguisher story.
Okay, well, my story is I pulled a pin out of a fire extinguisher, thinking that nothing would happen, but then a few other people. Hang on, wait, that's not. hang on. I pulled the fire extinguisher pin out, and I left it, and then people put their books on it, and went off, and it fuck. it clouded up. It fuck. What's the word?
You might have to tell the story
fogged the
again.
whole hallway up. I don't know.
Do you
What
want
the
to
fuck's
try
the word?
again?
Yeah.
Without the word fuck, maybe?
Alright, without the word fuck.
Tiger said
Just
it.
I could probably
Hang
make
on.
a counter
You like
from how many
center
times
this
you
whole
said
video, like,
fuck.
Hang on, alright, hang on.
Just beef it.
Yes, beat the
I
whole
used to
thing.
timer counter every time.
Hang on. Should I
Can
put the
someone
story
get
a better
this
word?
spit off me?
Yeah,
Seth?
yeah.
How do you word that?
That's disgusting.
Well, I remember at the start,
Oh,
us telling you,
Seth, that's
Tiger,
right.
don't fucking
He
do
put
that.
it
It's a
on
bad
me.
idea.
Alright, no, you.
What the fuck are you doing?
Fucking boogers.
That's right there.
Biggest
gross.
regret was sitting next to Seth in this video.
I know.
Alright, hang on. We got someone help me brainstorm this shit. How do I explain it?
Tygo took a pin out of a fire extinguisher. Someone came and put their books on the fire extinguisher, setting it off.
Take,
That's how you.
Tiger, say it again.
Alright, I pulled the. Fuck, hang on.
It's simple, man. Come on.
I pulled the fire extinguisher pin out during recess. No, that.
Alright, story's over.
Just don't.
Someone help me word it. Someone
I
help me word it.
literally just did. You pulled the
Best
pin.
teacher.
Favorite
none of them.
Teacher.
Mr. Kemp!
Mr. Chacho.
Kempo.
Nah, Mellows. Mellows all the way, man.
Mel's or
Sankey.
Kempies?
Thank you.
My favourite teacher is definitely Miss Keach.
Mine's Miss Finos.
No.
Seth,
Why?
do you want
Miss
to speak up there?
Mason.
Yeah.
Mr.
Love Miss
Chacho?
Mason.
Oh, yeah.
Mason.
Best English
She's
teacher.
my art
Hey, do you
teacher.
remember that French teacher that we had and
The one that disappeared.
that disappeared and then we got a new one and he disappeared and then we got a new one?
And then
Are
he
you sure
came
they
again.
actually disappeared?
Well,
or
no,
did they
because he
just
was like,
leave?
he was like, I'm going back to France for a couple weeks. I'll see you next lesson. Then I'll be gone for a month, and then I'll come back. And then,
then
he
he-
didn't. He just disappeared.
He
there was
didn't
no
come back. And then
substitute
we kept
teacher.
getting new teachers
Yeah,
every
we had
term.
3
It was like in
different
Harry Potter, how they have
Oh my
a different
Defense of
teacher.
Dark
We
Arts
get it. You
teacher,
wanked off
yeah.
Jackson. Shut up.
I've got some legitimate advice.
It's in order.
Yeah.
It's because we were just.
So, they can edit it.
Do you remember that time that was it Mr. Kogan said that the UN wasn't a reliable source?
Oh my god.
of the human rights.
Okay, hold on. I got this story. This is probably what my favorite memory from high school is being told off by Mr. Kogan's telling me that the United Nations is not a credible source for fucking human rights, man.
For fucking human rights.
Human rights, man.
Fuck the human rights right in the ass.
You tell the
I just remember the boys being told off for wearing skirts and us being asked if we felt comfortable wearing shorts and never being allowed to do it.
Yeah.
Like, do you feel comfortable wearing those shorts?
For looking at trees.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's fine.
Yeah.
Alright, tell
You
that.
tell the true story.
Guys, you should have worn the skirts in this video.
Nah.
Quick swap.
So true.
Tell
Alright,
the
no.
true story.
Seth's got a good story.
There was this one time a teacher got angry at me for staring at a tree. And then that turned into a heated argument. That's about it.
You've had a lot of heated arguments.
Dude, you just
The
had a
argument
conversation
started
with a
because you-
teacher and it turns into a heated argument.
No, Seth. The argument started because you found a wooden stool behind a tree and proceeded to break it up
Yeah, it was
in the middle of the
smashing it.
oval. Then he told you off.
Hey,
And then he went up
We're
the
just
tree.
looking at trees, man. We're just looking at trees.
hey. The stool was a tree once.
Oh my god.
Yeah, for sure. I still want to explain my
I feel like we
fire
still have-
extinguisher story.
Oh
How
my
did-
God.
Someone help me put it into.
We literally have.
Alright, someone else explain it to me. Oh yeah, someone else did. And I'll just be in the background.
This is how I remember it. All right, we were standing at the end of the science wing, or whatever you call it.
During recess.
Yeah, during recess, and there's a fire extinguisher, and Tiger, being Tiger, decided, you know what's a good idea? I'll pull the pin out of this fire extinguisher. I tell him, Tiger, no, that's a bad idea because either somebody's got to set it off or it's gonna burn down the place. I don't fucking know. so Tiger is like, nah, man, it'll be fine. Pulls it out, legit. 1 or 2 lessons later, some girl goes to get books from her locker, sets them down on the fire extinguisher, gets it off.
Books on a fire extinguisher.
Pretty much covering the entire science wing. Just a light haze.
You know how it is.
Alright, you ready, Tiger?
that's
phone.
Do we have any other stories?
Can I have my phone,
I
please?
don't think we have any other questions.
What's
A bit of advice.
Oh, advice.
What
does he do?
We haven't given advice.
Advice from Jackson.
I got some advice. Actually, do your homework.
Don't
Don't be like Caitlin here, who doesn't do anything and then gets 3 months behind.
Dude,
How many
I
core
do my
assignments
work and
behind
I'm
in
3 months
drama?
behind.
I've got some advice that would have come in handy
Fuck off,
for
man. You're
Seth.
failing.
Wear deodorant.
Where do you?
What?
Where do you?
Is that message to Seth?
Yeah, it's
That's like year 8.
This is
That's
just-
like year 8.
No,
Seth.
you're a bit smelly.
yeah,
mate,
honestly, when you sat
It's
down, I
a
was a bit
hot
like,
day and my deodorant has worn off.
Okay,
It's
we
like
still talking
22
about Seth's
degrees.
BO.
My advice
Yeah,
to
so-
year 11 saves kids, do a research project.
Yeah,
You don't really get
in year
a
11.
choice.
in year
You will
11.
be
It's
so
definitely-
much-
definitely.
Also,
Yeah, definitely.
Google research project. Don't listen to your teachers. Do it yourself. Just Google it all up. Look on the SACE website.
Another thing
Oh,
to
got
teachers.
him.
Why is Tiger naked?
Here's some good advice. Don't let your friends hit on teachers.
Hey, look, Miss
Unless
Sorry
it's-
loves me, man.
It's meant to be.
Miss Sorry, why did the chicken cross the road?
Well, actually, that's another good piece of advice.
Dude, Aaron.
Tell terrible jokes to your teachers because they will
this
like
shit?
you.
Ow! Get off! Ow! Ow! Will you stop? Who? He's pinching my calf.
Alright, Tiger, tell the story.
We told the story from
Tiger,
3 different angles.
It needs to come from Tiger.
This is a very long video.
Alright, how much time do we have
sorry
left on
about
the camera?
I feel like we're missing.
Motherfucking sale.
What?
The inside joke between me and Ryan, you guys
Oh.
don't get it?
Sorry.
Okay.
I think my biggest regret was doing this video.
My biggest regret was doing meth.
Don't do
Oh
that.
yeah, I hate
Oh,
math.
I've got a tip. I've got a tip.
Yeah.
Use ADHD medication.
Oh my god.
That's how Tiger got a B-. Big tip. If you're doing well in research
Give me the
project,
backup.
pretend you're not. Don't tell everyone you're going to get a mirror. You're not
Not gonna get
When
anyone.
you don't get one, it's everyone's
You'll
gonna
become a
make
meme.
it. Yeah.
Oh, another solid piece of advice. Don't set expectations high. That's a dumb idea.
No, it's the worst
You
advice.
just set them way too low.
Yeah. You're like, yeah, C minus.
This is advice.
I don't need an
All
A
through
top.
high school, when you start off, just do really, really shit work, so that when you get to year 12, actually do the best effort you can, and then it's like the greatest work that they've ever seen. You'll get A pluses.
No, what I always found is tell your parents you're failing a class. So when you get a C-, they're kind of proud. Well,
Exactly.
you didn't fail. Yeah, Mum,
I don't think my mum really cares.
Yeah, my parents gave up.
Like I said,
Make
don't
sure
set
you do all your
expectations
bad
high.
stuff in like year 8 and year 9, so your parents kind of like give up
Jordan.
on you. So you get to year like
Jordan.
11, 12, you do
Jordan.
whatever you
And
want.
then you really impress
Don't
them
stop.
because you're doing pretty good.
No, they've just given up. They don't care anymore. No, do whatever.
Okay.
Do whatever. I don't care.
My advice is year 8s and 9s, don't worry about
You're all
work
fucking
too much.
nerds.
Oh my god.
Put it nicely.
Good luck
Like,
with your
put it in the
300
video
word
if you're
assignment.
swearing half of it.
Tyro.
Our entire video just needs to come. I think the only bits they should put in is just us sitting and then just going beep, 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 beep,
continuous
beep, beep, and then it's done. That's us. That's our only
probably
contribution.
have
No,
You
see,
guys
the
are
video
so
actually has to be funny,
embarrassing.
so
I'm so ready to leave school so I don't have to listen
Leave
to
this
Bye.
video.
Go.
Kat.
Leave. Bye. Bye.
Fuck yeah, free spot.
Oh yeah, you don't have to sit
Don't end that video,
I'm pretty sure we've
Got some
ended the
solid
video.
memes coming up.
Wait, did you finish it? Oh, okay.
Good. We're still rolling.
Wait, does anyone want to say anything else?
Sick
Okay,
advice.
think about what. Oh my god. Can we hear the questions again, just in case we have actually forgotten? Yeah, but can we hear them again?
Fuck.
yeah, don't be us.
That's
Yeah,
that's a good.
just don't get everyone like.
Yeah, find if you
my God.
come across anyone like us, just